Hello everyone, greetings from Yorkville University. My name is Vinayak Sharma and I represent Yorkville University in India. I'm so glad to be here today to basically discuss Yorkville University with you in a bit of a detail and to give you a clearer idea as to what Yorkville University is all about and how we are actually helping students in the current COVID-19 scenario to be studying at Yorkville University. So without much ado, let's start off. But before I actually begin, I'd like to thank Mr. Mr. Balpreet for giving me this opportunity to be here today, and a special thanks goes out to IATE consultants, to all the team at IATE to give me a clearer opportunity to guide you all about Yorkville University. So thank you, Mr. Balpreet, for giving me this opportunity. And let's start off, let's begin. Yorkville University has a vision and mission of basically giving the best quality education to all the students at Yorkville University. We at Yorkville believe that good education is not a privilege and it is a right of every student to get the best quality education. We at Yorkville believe that you carve your path at Yorkville University to achieve your purpose, and it is your university on the whole. So we take complete ownership of your success at Yorkville University while you're actually studying and after you graduate from Yorkville University. So the agenda for me coming live today here is to discuss with you that why Yorkville University is so important to students. We'll also be covering the demographics at Yorkville University. Apart from that, we'll also be discussing the student life overall in Canada and at Yorkville University. And we'll also be discussing some best points of Yorkville University. Apart from that, we'll also be covering the programs at Yorkville University and their requirements. And at the end, we'll be covering some frequently asked questions that the students generally have. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So basically, Yorkville University has two campuses in Canada, that is in Toronto as well as Vancouver. It gives a great exposure to students while studying at any of these cities, be it Vancouver or Toronto, because these are big cities, and here it is very good for students to study because they get great exposure at Yorkville University, especially for students from India. Every student at Yorkville University gets a $10,000 worth of scholarship. So once a student gets admitted to Yorkville University, they get a $10,000 worth of scholarship that really helps them to save around 5 to 5.5 lakh rupees. Apart from that, we have a competitive fee structure at Yorkville University. If I have to give you a clearer idea as to how competitive the fee structure is, students can save around 5 to 5.5 lakh rupees by studying at Yorkville University with the help of this $10,000 scholarship. And apart from that, the fee structure is $57,500 for the entire bachelor's degree. So it's a great opportunity for students to study in either Vancouver or Toronto and just spend $57,500 for a bachelor's degree at Yorkville University. Apart from that, if I have to discuss, Yorkville also gives students an opportunity to complete a full-fledged 4 years bachelor's degree in as low as 2.5 to 3 years. So students can complete this bachelor's degree in 2.5 to 3 years. I'll discuss it with you how that happens in a bit of a detail a little later. I'd like to move on to the next point, that Yorkville University accepts IELTS, PT, TOEFL, Duolingo, all the English language tests. We even accept IELTS indicator. But in the current COVID-19 scenario, when there's complete lockdown, students are not able to take their IELTS tests and move out. So we are accepting applications even without IELTS. So for all those students who have not yet taken their IELTS test, you don't need to worry. You can apply to Yorkville University on the basis of your grade 12 scores. Apart from this, if I have to talk about Yorkville University a little more, the demographics at Yorkville University are amazing because we have comprehensive state-of-the-art campuses in New Westminster, that is a part of Vancouver, which is again a part of British Columbia province, and we have the other campus in Concord, Toronto, that is a part of Ontario province. So both these cities are great in terms of job markets and in terms of the job opportunities that the students get even while studying at Yorkville University in terms of part-time jobs, or when they graduate from Yorkville University in terms of full-time jobs. We have students from more than 70 countries studying all together at Yorkville University. So it gives great exposure to students where different students from different cultures, different countries are coming together at Yorkville University, and students from India get such good exposure at Yorkville University. If I have to talk about the student population from India, we have more than 2,000 students from India studying successfully at Yorkville University in our world-class infrastructure in the best cities of Canada. So it is a great advantage for students from Indian community, because we have a very strong Indian community there at Yorkville University. We are located at the best scenic locations of Canada, that is Toronto as well as Vancouver. So it again gives great exposure to students in terms of, say, for example, if they have to really move around in Canada, if they have to actually explore these big cities, it gives them a good exposure. If I have to talk about the student life overall in Canada and at Yorkville University, as I told you, we have more than 2,000 students studying from India at Yorkville University. It gives a great advantage to students from India going there to study, because we have a student mentorship program in which the second year students help the first year students to basically settle at Yorkville University and in Canada on the whole. So when students face any issue, maybe in terms of commuting or to find an accommodation, or apart from that, how to make assignments and submit them, where to get the study material from, so all this is really taken care of by the mentors at Yorkville University. Apart from that, we have an international team at Yorkville University that is just there for international students. So we help students to basically settle in Canada right from day one by getting a mentor there for students, or in terms of the international team as well. We have partnered with a number of homestay options available to students so that they get the best facilities for the money they spend to stay in Canada. So the new Westminster campus is very close to Surrey, and Surrey is a town with a very good Indian influence. So students from India generally like to stay in Surrey. So it is very convenient for students to commute from Surrey to the new Westminster campus. I would like to share with you, it is a 25,000 square feet, a sprawling campus at New Westminster in Vancouver. So it gives great opportunities to students to basically work in Vancouver and to make their life a great success in either Vancouver or Toronto. In both Vancouver as well as Toronto, securing a job is not that difficult, because these are big cities. Here the job markets are huge, so students don't have to actually struggle to basically find a job once they're studying in either Vancouver or Toronto. Apart from that, if I talk about the class sizes at Yorkville University, we have only 15 to 20 students in each classroom, so that the student-teacher interaction is there, and students actually do not feel out of place while clearing their doubts at Yorkville University. So it won't be wrong if I say that Yorkville University is like a home away from home, especially for Indian students, because we have more than 2,000 students studying successfully at Yorkville University from India. If I talk about the best points of Yorkville University, Yorkville basically accepts all state boards, National Open School, NWAC, GED, any state board like Punjab Board, Haryana Board. We also accept students who have a 3 years diploma after 10th. We also accept students who have a gap of up to 5 years after their plus 2 or the diploma they've done after 10th. So all in all, it's a great value proposition for students to apply to Yorkville University, even if they have a gap of up to 5 years or if they've recently cleared their grade 12th. For students currently in the COVID-19 scenario, we have waived off the application fee completely. So you do not need to pay anything to get an offer letter at Yorkville University. That is number one. Secondly, we have started accepting applications without IELTS because students are not able to take their IELTS test. So we understand the scenario and we've started taking applications on the basis of your grade 12 scores. And when the lockdown opens up, you can definitely take your IELTS test and submit your IELTS results with us to apply for visa. So all in all, it's a great opportunity for students right now because there is no application fee. We have waived off the application fee completely in the COVID-19 scenario. Secondly, students are getting an offer letter within 4 to 5 days. Third point and the best point is that we have waived off the IELTS requirements for now. You can apply on the basis of your grade 12 scores, and for all those students who have not received their grade 12 results, they can also apply on the basis of their half-yearly exam score results or their pre-board score results. So all in all, it's a great value proposition, a great opportunity for every student to apply to Yorkville University. For all those students who've taken their IELTS tests already, we require an overall band score of 6 bands, no band less than 5.5 in IELTS to apply to Yorkville University. We even accept PT at a score of 58 overall for our Vancouver campus and 55 overall for our Toronto campus. We even accept Duolingo at a score of 85 to 100. TOEFL is also accepted at a score of overall 80. So all in all the English language tests are accepted. Apart from that, if I talk about the academic requirements to apply to Yorkville University, a student should have an overall aggregate percentage of up to 50% in their grade 12th or the diploma that they've done in after 10th. So it can be a 3 years diploma, or they can apply after 12th as well. So if you apply after plus 2 or the diploma you've done after 10th, you need to have an overall aggregate percentage of 50% in your grade 12th. Apart from that, every student at Yorkville University is eligible for a postgraduate work permit. So once you graduate from Yorkville University, you get a postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years at Yorkville University. Apart from that, the best part about Yorkville University is its location. So we are located in Vancouver as well as Toronto. We are very close to the city center. So it gives a great opportunity for students because the campuses are very reachable via public transport, so students don't waste time in commuting. And the best part at Yorkville University is that the classes just happen for 2 days in 1 week. We have done the course planning in such a way that all the classes happen in those 2 days in 1 week, and students just need to come to the university for 2 days, and you have 5 days to yourself. In those 5 days, you can actually do self-study, you have time to work. Those 20 hours part-time work that you can do in Canada, you can very well distribute those 20 hours within those 5 days that you have. Apart from that, you have a great opportunity to explore Canada as well. So it is all in all a great value proposition for all the students to study at Yorkville University, because the timetable has been formulated in such a way that you just need to come to the university for 2 days in 1 week and you have 5 days to yourself. Apart from that, if I have to discuss about the 20 hours part-time work, it is very easy for students to schedule that 20 hours part-time work at Yorkville University. Now I would like to come to the programs at Yorkville University. The programs available at Yorkville University are Bachelor of Business Administration degree at Yorkville University. This BBA degree that we have is there for all streams, be it a student from medical, non-medical, arts or commerce. We have a program for you at Yorkville University. So it is a 4 years full-fledged bachelor's degree, bachelor's BBA degree that you can complete in as few as 2.5 years. So the programs that we have in this bachelor's degree is the Journal BBA for commerce students. Then we have the Accounting Specialization BBA, again for commerce students. We even have the Energy Management Specialization for medical students. So students having physics, chemistry, biology in their grade 12th who were from core medical stream can actually apply to energy management specialization. Apart from that, we even have project management specialization for non-medical students and commerce students. Last but not the least, we have supply chain management specialization for art students, commerce students and non-medical students. So all in all, we have a program for every stream. If I have to discuss about the job opportunities after BBA, a student easily gets a pay package of around $40,000 to $50,000 in Canada after graduating from BBA degree at Yorkville University. Coming to the fee structure of BBA at Yorkville, the fee structure is $67,500 for the entire BBA program, but every student gets a $10,000 scholarship. So when we reduce $10,000 from $67,500, the effective fee comes down to $57,500. So the student just needs to pay $57,500 for the entire bachelor's degree at Yorkville University. While going from India, the student needs to pay the first year fee, that is $17,250 to be paid while going from India. Rest of the fee, second year onwards, you can pay term wise, that is semester wise. So it is very convenient for students to manage their expenses. Apart from that, we have another program at Yorkville University that is known as the Bachelor of Interior Design degree. So this degree is not just another interior design degree. It has an integrated curriculum that includes the fundamental concepts of terminology of design, analysis of space. Students are also made to do designing on softwares like AutoCAD and Pro E, and they are basically made ready to study and practice interior designing anywhere in North America. So they can actually live and work in Canada, and they can also handle projects in US as well. So all in all, it's a great opportunity for all the students who are looking for professional degree in Canada. So both BBA and Bachelor of Interior Design degree are professional degrees in Canada. After completing your bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Interior Design degree at Yorkville University, you get a starting pay package of $60,000 to $70,000 after graduating from Yorkville University in Canada. Apart from that, if I have to discuss the fee structure of Bachelor of Interior Design, the fee structure is $86,625. After reducing $10,000 scholarship, the effective fee comes down to $76,625. And while going from India, the student needs to pay $19,168 as their first year tuition fee. Second year onwards, they can again keep paying semester wise, so it is very convenient for students to manage their expenses at Yorkville University because they get a lot of time to facilitate the part-time work. I would again like to discuss that why study at Yorkville University. So Yorkville University basically gives you an opportunity to facilitate the part-time work, the 20 hours part-time work that you can do at Yorkville University while you're a student. You can very well facilitate these 20 hours because you just need to come to the university for 2 days in 1 week, and you just don't need to travel to the university to basically attend just one lecture. We have done the course planning in such a way, the timetable has been formulated in such a way that the student needs to be at the university for 2 days, and all the classes happen in those 2 days, and you have 5 days to yourself to basically manage your life in Vancouver or in Toronto. You have ample time to work 20 hours, you have time to do self-study as well, you have time to move around in Canada and to basically explore the new country that you're moving to. We have accelerated degree programs, so students are able to complete a full-fledged 4 years bachelor's degree in as low as 2.5 to 3 years. I'll tell you how that happens. We at Yorkville University have 4 intakes in 1 year. So rather than having three intakes like other colleges and universities, we have 4 intakes in 1 year, that is January, April, July and October. So student is able to study 4 terms in 1 year. Say for example, I would like to discuss with you that a bachelor's degree at Yorkville University has 10 terms overall. So if the student studies 4 terms in the first year, 4 terms again in the second year, the student is just left with 2 terms to study. In the third year, they just complete their 2 terms in 6 months. So the bachelor's degree is completed in 2 years and 6 months. Apart from that, if I talk about a student taking breaks between terms, so if for example the student studies 3 terms in the first year and takes a break in the 4th term, works full-time 40 hours in that term, gathers a lot of money, moves around in Canada, and then comes back in the second year to study 3 terms again, takes 1 term off, works full-time again in that term, and in the third year completes the 4 remaining terms. Still the student is able to complete their bachelor's degree in as low as 3 years. So it's a great opportunity for all the students to be studying at Yorkville University to make their career a great success and to complete their bachelor's degree in 2.5 to 3 years. But again, I would like to tell you that it is not a hard and fast rule for students to complete a 4 years bachelor's degree in 2.5 to 3 years. When you go from India, you get a study visa of 4 years, so you can complete your bachelor's degree anywhere up to 4 years. The fee structure would remain the same for students who completed in 4 years, 3 years or 2.5 years. But it is a brilliant opportunity for those students who are actually thinking about going for a diploma in Canada. Had you been studying in either Toronto or Vancouver, you would have spent around $40,000 to $45,000 on that 2 years diploma. Here you're just spending 6 months more and around $10,000 to $12,000 extra. You're just getting a bachelor's degree, and I don't think I need to tell students that what significance a bachelor's degree holds. For them to get a PR, they get more points for PR, they get a better job opportunity, they get a higher pay package. So it's all in all a great PR pathway for students, because when they apply for PR, they get more points because of the bachelor's degree, they get a higher salary package, they get a better job opportunity, and it is a great opportunity for them to settle in Canada with the help of a bachelor's degree at Yorkville University. Every student graduating from Yorkville University gets a postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years. We have year-round start dates. So we have 4 intakes in 1 year, that is January, April, July and October. Currently the next available intake is July and October. You can apply to any of these intakes. We have seats left for July intake as well, and we're pretty positive that the travel restrictions would be lifted by July. So at least, if you apply for July intake, your offer letter would be valid for July as well as October intake. So you don't need to worry. Even if things don't stabilize, your offer letter still remains valid, and it is very well a good opportunity to apply right now, because currently the application fee is waived off. You're getting your offer letter within 4 to 5 days, and you currently do not even need IELTS upfront to apply to Yorkville University. You can take your IELTS test later and submit your IELTS test later, basically before applying for the visa. So all in all, a great opportunity right now to apply to Yorkville University to make your career a great success. If I talk about the experienced faculty at Yorkville University, they have a very rich corporate experience that really helps them to drive students towards the corporate job market of Canada. If I have to again talk about the requirements to apply to Yorkville University, a student requires an overall aggregate percentage of 50% in their grade 12th to apply to Yorkville University. We don't mind your individual subject scores. We just need an overall aggregate percentage of 50%. In IELTS, the student needs to have overall 6 bands, no band less than 5.5. But I would still like to share with you that students who've not taken the IELTS test already, they can also apply to Yorkville University on the basis of your grade 12 scores. Even if you've not received your plus 2 results, you can still apply on the basis of your pre-board scores or the half-yearly exam scores of your grade 12th. So all in all, a great opportunity right now for students to apply to Yorkville University. Now I would like to take some frequently asked questions before I move any further. If you also have any questions, please post them in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer them. So the frequently asked questions that the students generally ask us are that what is the tuition deposit required for a student from India going to Yorkville University to study? So I would like to share with you that BBA students, Bachelor of Business Administration degree students, need to deposit $17,250 as their first year tuition deposit while going to Yorkville University to study from India. And for Bachelor of Interior Design students, the first year tuition deposit that needs to be made before you reach Canada is $19,168, and it gives great opportunity to students to get a visa success rate of 80 to 85%, because one thing is that they're going for a bachelor's degree in a reputable institution like Yorkville University, and you've paid the first year tuition fee completely with GIC. It gives you a great opportunity to get your visa right in the first go. We have seen an ultimate pattern of students who are coming to Yorkville with 2 to 3 rejections from other institutions, and now that they apply with Yorkville credentials on their application, they get the visa in the very first time. So it is a great opportunity for students to reach Canada and to basically settle. Apart from that, students ask us that, will I get a post-study work permit once I graduate? Yes, every student graduating from Yorkville University is eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years. So once you graduate, you can apply to Yorkville University and get a post-study work permit of up to 3 years. Students also ask us that, is it okay if I have a study gap? Yes, it is okay if you have a study gap of up to 5 years. So you can still apply to Yorkville University. Students also ask us that how and when will I get the $10,000 scholarship that is there for Indian students. So every Indian student gets a $10,000 scholarship. There is no separate eligibility criteria for it. You do not need to apply or do anything to get it. It is pre-applied for Indian students, and you can start using it from the very first year. So it is broadly divided into the first, second, third, fourth year that you would be studying at Yorkville University. So this $10,000 is divided into the 10 terms that are there in the bachelor's degree. Every term you get $1,000 waived off from your tuition fee that you need to deposit at Yorkville University. So it's a great opportunity for Indian students to save around 5 to 5.5 lakh rupees. So I would again like to thank Mr. Balpreet for giving me this opportunity to be here today and to discuss Yorkville University with you in a bit of a detail. Now we would take some questions from the comment section that students have asked. So Neeraj is asking that who to verify offer from Yorkville University Vancouver campus, as I have not received Any reply for verification? See, verification, I don't know, I don't think it's allowed. It's actually required. So once you apply to Yorkville University, you get an offer letter within 4 to 5 days. So I think you should get in touch with the team at IATE so that they can really help you in this regard. So Ritu is asking, does college offer any biotechnology or chemical lab technician program after 12th without mathematics? I have completed PCB. So Ritu, there's a brilliant program available at Yorkville University that is known as the Energy Management degree. It's the Energy Management BBA degree at Yorkville University that you can definitely go for. So it's a very good bachelor's degree. It is a professional degree program which has great job prospects in Canada. So you can definitely go with the energy management specialization. So Kavita is asking one of the best. Oh, Kavita is actually appreciating the university. So then we have Neeraj again repeating their question. Neeraj, don't understand what you're actually trying to ask. If you could please simplify your program. Ritu is again asking programs for a medical student. So I've already shared with you, Ritu, that energy management specialization degree is there at Yorkville University for medical students. So Harpreet is asking any programs for commerce students. So Harpreet, we have all the programs for commerce students. We have the BBA degree for students at Yorkville University. We have the accounting specialization BBA. Then we have the supply chain management BBA. We have the project management BBA for commerce students. We have all these. We have the journal BBA as well for commerce students. So we have all these programs for commerce students, core commerce students. You can definitely apply. We even have Bachelor of Interior Design degree for students from non-medical background or arts background. Art students do not need mathematics to apply to Bachelor of Interior Design degree. We have a program for every stream. Avneet is saying, I want to ask that how much time will it take for my spouse to come to Canada? See, Avneet, I am not the right person to answer this question. I think you should get in touch with team IATE, because this is an immigration related question and I can't answer this. I'm not the authorized person to answer this. So Manpreet is asking me to describe about the fee structure. I think I've already discussed the fee structure in detail. So you can basically, I think your answer would be answered already. So Avneet is again asking, can a non-medical student opt for BBA Energy Management? Yes, Avneet, a non-medical student can also opt for BBA in Energy Management. There is absolutely no problem. So it's asking, could you please tell me about other courses related to commerce students except BBA? See, we have programs that are for commerce students corely, and they're in different fields as well. For example, we have supply chain management, which is not corely related to business administration, and we have project management as well. So students can definitely apply to those if you're not looking for a journal BBA or a BBA in accounting specialization. So Ritu's again and again asking the same question. I've already answered that. So for medical students, we have the energy management degree, and then we have Simranjeet asking, but for BBA there is only 3 intakes. No BBA, Simranjeet, we have 4 intakes in 1 year for BBA degree at Yorkville University. So we have January, April, July and October intake, which is really flexible for students to basically take their education at Yorkville University. So the next available intake is July as well as October. And to answer your question about 5.5 band in one module, yes, we accept 6 bands overall, 5.5 no band less than 5.5, and it is very well accepted for visa purposes also that it is one module 5.5. We would give you an offer letter on 2 modules 5.5 also, but to apply for visa I would request you to basically repeat your IELTS for a good visa success rate. So then we have we pretty much have answered all the questions. So Is it online classes in July intake is what students are asking? Yeah. So see, we've already started online classes. Yorkville University is very experienced in taking online classes because we have been providing online education since 15 years. So students, I would suggest April intake students are already taking online classes. It doesn't make a difference. See, for students who are actually in Canada also are taking online classes by sitting at home, because the lockdown scenario is everywhere. So it doesn't make a difference whether you're actually in Canada taking classes online or in India. As far as you have a study visa and you're a registered Canadian student. So we are only allowing students to take online classes if they have a visa. And apart from that, they are actually, students in India are actually saving around $1,000 to $1,200, because they're not paying rent, they're not paying anything to commute, they're not paying for groceries, they're not paying anything else. They're saving around 50 to 60,000 rupees every month by studying here in India. And the best part is that their parents are rest assured that their kids are safe at home, and they already have their study visa. So once the lockdown is over, they can travel to Canada the very next day. So it's a brilliant opportunity to take online classes till the time you're getting the opportunity, but you need to have a study visa, number one. Secondly, you'll be a registered Canadian student, so your work permit would not get affected anywhere, even if you're taking online classes. The best part is that your visa would be getting processed. In the current scenario where everything is locked down, you're getting your offer letter on time, you can apply for visa. You have so many opportunities at Yorkville University to make your career a great success. So just go ahead and grab the opportunity, because currently there is the application fee is waived off and everything's so good for students. And there's again a very good opportunity for students to apply to Yorkville University. So Pavleen is asking that, can you tell me program for biotechnology after graduating from India? Pavleen, we just have undergraduate degrees at Yorkville University. We have bachelor degrees. I think you should get in touch with team IATE for a university for you, or a program basically. So again, I think we've pretty much taken all the questions. So Satvik is asking, is there any criteria that at the end of the BBA program we must have a particular GPA for getting a postgraduate work permit? Satvik, not exactly. Every student at Yorkville University is eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit, but you at least need to clear all your exam. Your bachelor's degree should be cleared, then only you can apply for a postgraduate work permit. Otherwise, there's no such GPA requirement to apply for postgraduate work permit. So Simranjeet is asking when embassy will open. See, we don't have any official communication as of now. The website would have the details once they release an official communication from their end. So we are also waiting for the Canadian High Commission to open up. I would suggest you can till that time you can at least apply to the university, get your offer letter, manage your fees, deposit your fees, so that at least by the time the Canadian High Commission opens, your university formalities are done, and then you can just go ahead and apply for your visa. So till that time, it takes a process of around 15 to 20 days from the time you apply for your offer letter. You get your offer letter within 4 to 5 days, then you go for the tuition fee deposit, you get the fee receipt and other documents on the basis of which you can apply for your visa. So I would suggest that save that time and go ahead with your application so that you don't waste any time. It was a great informative session. I believe we took a lot of questions, and I was so glad that the students were interacting. It's all thanks to team IATE, and a special thanks goes out to Mr. Balpreet for giving me this opportunity, and especially for Yorkville University to basically discuss Yorkville University in this detail with you all. And I hope and I urge all the students to apply to Yorkville University to make your career a great success. And I'll see you soon at Yorkville University. Stay home, stay